2026 Rams have arrived. We're going to be looking at the Bighorn today. I'll include a link to the Ram here in Sandy's website in the description down below. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get right into it. Under the hood, we have a twin-turbo 3-liter inline-6 that goes through an 8-speed. Fuel economy is 18 around town, 24 on the highway, with power outputs being 420 horsepower and then 469 pound-feet of torque. I'm trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. Other than the new 1500 Hurricane badge, there's not really much else to talk about with the hood. You do get nice headlights with the Bighorn package. You also have chrome with the front grille, chrome bumper, and then fog lights, parking sensors too. So feature-wise, this is actually pretty loaded so far. Tire and wheel setup is 275 by 55 by 20. The wheels, chrome Ram badge, but the mirror caps and the door handles, they're not chrome. Now this is coil sprung in the rear, and so it actually sits pretty level front to rear compared to Ford and Chevy that still use leaf springs in the back. When it comes to key fob features, we've got our lock and unlock function, remote start, drop down for the tailgate, Ram logo on the back. No bed liner with this truck, no LED bed lights or really anything, it's just a bed. It's painted though. The tailgate itself is very light, so easy to pop up. You've got nice badges here on the rear. You can see the new style of taillights. Then you got the dual outlet exhaust tips, parking sensors, chrome rear bumper. And that, my friends, will cap things off for the exterior. Let's check out the interior. Got some cloth trim, some soft touch down below. Being a Bighorn, this does have cloth seats here in the rear as well. Bucket storage on either side in the back, and we do have a flat loading floor underneath the seats. Legroom in the rear is really good. We've got a storage pocket, vents in the back, USB ports too. Headroom in the rear is also pretty good. And let's pop up front. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. The mirrors also do power fold in, and the front two windows are automatic. The front door panel also has some nice trim just like the back. This truck has 1,684 pounds of payload capacity. And then when it comes to the front seat, you can see nice cloth trim. It's power adjustable, also has lumbar support. The front passenger seat is manual with the adjustment. Adjustable pedals, and this has automatic lights, controls with a fog light, cargo light too. Let's hear that Hurricane roar. That's really quiet. Soft touch trim all around the steering wheel, Ram logo front and center. On the right hand side, you've got adaptive cruise control. You can use regular cruise control too if you want. Gear limiter, there's radio controls on the back just like before. Controls to the center stack, and then you've got your drive mode select there on the left side too. Partially analog, partially digital gauge cluster, but in the center you've got that screen which you can use to scroll through menus to see different bits of info on the truck. Just a backup camera in reverse. Resolution is actually pretty sharp. Now, as for the infotainment system, you've got analog controls for the radio on either side, climate controls on top of that, and then at the bottom you've got these little buttons for the parking sensors, your stability control, trailer brake controls too. And as for the screen itself, notice your heated seats and heated steering were all built into it. It responds at a relatively quick pace, but it can take a second for some of these tabs to load up. Dial shifter, and this does have a part-time four-wheel drive system, but it does have auto as well as high and low, so you've got everything you'd want. Auto stop start, you can turn that off if you want. Got some more USB ports, little storage cubby right there, and then there's an outlet on the other side. Got more storage here with a USB port inside, it looks like. But nice trim. This does pop up to be a seat, and wrestle with it for a second. There we go. We've got more storage underneath the seat too, so practical. Two glove boxes, both have lids. The bottom one's the only one that's lockable. And then this button right here just opens up the rear glass there in the back. So always a nice feature and a nice placement for the button. 2026 Ram 1500. Now 60,000, 335 is the total MSRP. I'm noticing the warranty says 3-year, 36,000 mile basic, 5-year, 60,000 powertrain. I thought it was going to go to 100,000 on the powertrain, but maybe not yet. Also, the Hurricane is $1,695 as an option. Let's see how this truck performs. Well, 2026 Ram Bighorn. I'm still confused on the warranty thing. Maybe you have to wait. Maybe we have to wait till it's officially the 2026 year. I don't know what's going on with that. Seems kind of interesting. Now the Bighorn, the everyman's Ram, $60,000. It ain't cheap, but we all know how Rams work. You wheel and deal. So your sticker says 60,000, but Your truck loan typically does not. Well, depends on negative equity. You know, yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. Anyways, Ram makes nice trucks. So first off, the glass is very thick, very, very thick. They're using thick glass on all their vehicles. That's one of the easiest ways for an automaker to make a vehicle quieter, more insulated in general. 105 degrees outside, by the way. Wow. Anyways, with that thicker glass, like the windows is where you're going to get a lot of noise coming through because the door panel itself is relatively thick. You're going to get some noise, obviously, but the window, that's where most of the noise is going to come through. So if you make the glass extra thick, then, well, less noise comes through. Science. Yeah, this does drive really nice. And this Hurricane's great. I'm excited to compare the Hurricane to the Hemi again. I think those will be fun videos. But yeah, it's got great low end torque. It's very smooth. Inline sixes are just very, very smooth when it comes to their overall power delivery. And on top of that, this is pretty quiet. Now, when you get into it, and this has a 3.92 axle ratio, by the way. Yeah, it's gonna, you know, burn some rubber. But that's kind of what the Hurricane's all about. Having big power, good fuel economy as well. And the thing that's nice about this is this is a turbo engine. You can actually get good fuel economy in it. I've tested out the Hurricane. If you guys want me to do another fuel economy test, I can do it. But yeah, I've tested it out and it does pretty well. So much power. It's smooth. It's one of the few turbo 6-cylinders that I really like. It's just inline sixes in general. Because V6s just feel so choppy, and especially the top end, they just die. They just die. This, strong all the way through the power band. Suspension's so comfortable. I mean, for like what is ultimately supposed to be the middle line Ram, this thing is very, very luxurious. This thing's just nice in general. Again, invest in acoustic glass and it makes your vehicle that much better. It's a little bit of an expense. And you're wondering why other automakers don't do it. It's because they want to put money in places that people are actually going to look, rather than, like, people aren't going to go and look at the window and be like, oh man, is that thicker glass? Is that why this is a little bit quieter, right? Are people even going to notice it's quieter? So in conclusion, Ram's still really nice. You know, I wish that these American pickup truck companies, Ram, Ford, Chevy, all of them, would consider softening the prices still. I mean, the big discounts they're having to put on 2025 show that, like, the pickup truck market is not at the prices they're asking on the sticker. And so, I don't know. It's like, are we just going to keep playing this? Like, I think it's such a silly game to play. Like, hey, we're going to release this truck. It's $60,000. Okay, 5 months later, now it's 55. Okay, 5 months later, now it's 50 grand. Like, what's the, like, just have it be 50 grand from the start, whatever the market can actually support, and just keep it at that. Like, I just, this whole back and forth with rebates and dealer discount and all that kind of stuff, like, I understand, but it makes things so much more complicated. And you know what, here's what I'll cap off with. People would be much happier if the price was just set at what it should be set at, right? What the market can actually bear. And if that's just what it stayed at the whole year. Because I'll tell you, I talked to a lot of people, and like, nothing is more painful than when someone goes and buys a truck and then a month later there's an extra, even if it's only $1,000, right? They're like, I could have saved $1,000 if I just waited a month. And then they feel like, they just feel bad. They're like, they just, to them, they lost money. So I think the rebate game should go away. But let me know what you guys think about the 2026 Ram Bighorn. It's a very nice truck, very nice powertrain. Before you buy any of the other pickup trucks, whether it's a Tundra, a Silverado, an F-150, go and drive one of these. You will be impressed with the luxury. They've put, again, the money has gone into some of the materials, the builds, and then just the drive.